Hi, I'm Emily and I'm going to talk about happiness today. I am a very happy person. I don't know why. I guess I'm just lucky. These are some observations I have made about happy and unhappy people. I have a great-grandma who I call Booey. My great-grandma seems unhappy most of the time. She complains about good things and bad. She once said that she was born to suffer, and she was good at it. Once my family sent her flowers for Mother's Day. She called my family and let them know that she was not happy about this gift. She said, "Why did you buy me flowers? I don't want any flowers in my house that are going to die." She called the florist and made them pick up the flowers, and she also made sure we got a refund. We don't send her flowers anymore. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. This quote comes from the Dalai Lama. My great-grandma Dee is an example of a person who created happiness from her own actions. She loved having her family come over and cooking for them. She made meals festive and fun, and always made my family feel special. Even when her health was failing and had serious health problems, she was always cheerful when we visited. Developing an attitude of gratitude may be one of the fastest ways to increase your happiness and life satisfaction. Gratitude is one of the sweet shortcuts to finding peace of mind and happiness inside. No matter what is going on outside of us, there's always something we could be grateful for. This is a quote by Barry Neil Kaufman. Dr. Andrew Y.O.U stated that scientific studies have shown that a way to increase happiness is to focus on gratitude. If you wake up in the morning and think of the things you are grateful for, and think of them throughout the day and write them down in a journal, at the end of the day, you will find your happiness increasing. For instance, today I am grateful for having this opportunity to speak with you today. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Fun. Today I'm going to talk about what is true happiness and where is true happiness. And I have a story for you. Long time ago, there were a devil. No, devil is not angel. Who had people very much. The four devils have a plan to steal happiness from the people and hide it. Why do they have time to do this? Because they don't want people to have happiness anymore. The fourth devil have different opinion about where to take happiness to be hidden. The first devil say, "I think we should hide of happiness in the mountains because the mountains have a lot of trees where we can hide it and no people can find it." The second devil say, "But I think we should hide happiness in the sea because the sea have an endless well where we can hide it and no people can find it." But the third devil say, No, I think we should hide happiness at the waterfall because there is torrent and so many curves that which can hide it and nobody can find it. The three devils are controversial and find many reasons to support their ideas. At the same time, the three devils are controversial. A fourth devil steals true happiness, while three devils contend with extreme conditions and fail to find conclusion. The three devils brought happiness into three different places to hide it. After they hid it, all three find the fourth devil and tell him about where they hid happiness. When finished, the fourth devil confesses to three devils and say, "I brought through happiness to hide in people because people like to look for happiness from the outside, and all of you want happiness to be hidden. in different places, sea, mountain, waterfalls. People can find happiness when they travel. It's right. But if you hide the true happiness in people, really feel or people will find it because the people never look happiness in themselves, and they never know true happiness is in everyone and in themselves. That is my story. Life of human breed, happiness or suffering, it can be happening all the time. It depends on your thoughts, and if you agree with that feeling or not, it had come to affect you more or less. My country, Thailand, is called the land of smile. We know that if we smile, we can change our suffering into happiness, so we smile. Thank you.
My name's Colton. With all this talk about happiness, I began to wonder what being happy actually looked like. A lot of what I found pointed to one idea: knowing your dream and pursuing it. This is an easy 3-step process that anyone can do. First step, connecting to source. There are many names for source, such as universal mind, God, or infinite spirit. It doesn't matter what you call it. There are also many ways to connect with it. Just to name a few, you can meditate, listen to music, help others, be in nature, or sometimes just being physically active can connect you to that power. So that is step one. We are connected to spirit. Now we need a dream. Second step, finding your dream. I would like all of you to do something right now. Just close your eyes for a few moments and clear your mind. Imagine you have no responsibilities or limitations. You don't have to wake up to go to work in the morning. You don't have bills to pay. You don't have to do any chores or clean your room or even look presentable. What would you do? In what activity would you become so immersed in that you would lose all track of time? Would you travel to a faraway land or climb a mountain? Would you just lie down and watch the stars go by? Would you learn another language or how to play an instrument? Okay, you can open your eyes now. Identify your passions, and they will lead you to your dream. Use your connection with Source in your dream to discover your true purpose in this life. If you are thinking that you don't have any dreams, I'm telling you, you do. You just haven't manifested them yet. Third step, making it happen. To make it happen, you need to know it is true and that you can attain your dream. One way to explain it from an energy point of view is that when your dream is vibrating on one level and you are vibrating on a different level, usually a lower level, you do not connect with your dream. But let's say you increase your energy or vibration level to the level your dream is on. You now connect with your dream and it comes into being because it is a vibrational match. As Gandhi said, happiness is when what you say, what you think, and what you do are in harmony. Notice Gandhi did not mention anything or anyone other than you. That is because happiness is a personal choice, relying on no outside factors. It is a state of being that comes from within. So, to sum it all up, when we connect to that which is greater than us and bring our dream to that energy, it is always going to be achieved. And remember, you will find your own happiness in all three steps of the process: connecting with Source, finding your dream, and making it happen. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. When we are happy, we are a light to those around us and inspire them to find their happiness, who then in turn inspire others. As Buddha said, thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Finally, consider the following quote by Henry David Thoreau. Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it'll elude you. But if you turn your attention to other things, it'll come and sit softly on your shoulder. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Becky. So when I chose to talk about happiness today, I was kind of flustered. I didn't really know. It took me a while to kind of know what exactly to say, because I mean, who really knows what happiness is? I think that's really the big question in life. What is happiness? I don't really know what happiness means to me. I mean, I know what makes me happy, but I can't sit here and talk to you guys about, I like to do this, because we all have something different in common. And I know a lot of people, for some people, like being with your family, that's what makes you happy. But what if you can be with your family but you don't have help? Or what if you have help but you don't have any opportunities to experience things? And so I came to the conclusion that there's not one thing that makes us happy, but there's things we can do to make us happy. Pam spoke about how we were reading these books in Y.O.U, and this one particularly jumped out to me. There's a section about 10 promises to give to yourself to achieve well-being. And through well-being, they believe you can achieve happiness. So I'll read the 10 promises to keep to you. They're in your bulletin if you want to follow along with me. Number 1 is I will make sure my body is healthy. Number 2 is I will make sure my mind is healthy. Number 3, I will do what I know is right. Number 4, I will be around people who really care for me. Number 5, I won't judge against myself or put myself down. Number 6, I will make friends with spirit. Number 7, I will make a contribution. Number 8, I will avoid violence in all its disguises. I will cherish, 9, I will cherish nature. And number 10, I will never stop growing. So I'm going to talk about each one of these with you and kind of share some stories about my life, and maybe you can relate to them, about what these mean to me and how I apply them to my life. So number 1 is I will make sure my body is healthy. First of all, I know this is weird because most of you who are adults, you're always telling us, take your vitamins, eat good, don't sit around on the couch all day. So, it's like I'm telling you guys now, and it's weird, but take your vitamins, eat good, get out there. But we're really lucky to have our bodies, and everyone who's alive has a body. So, how can you be happy if you don't have a body? You put that body out there and do things that you love, do things that make you happy, whether it's horseback riding or going on a hike or just riding a train across the country. All these things make us happy. So what you put into your body, you give. If you put good things into your body, you have energy to serve God and serve other people, and most of all to serve yourself, to make yourself happy. The second one is make sure your mind is healthy. Your mind, or our minds, they're like filters. We can control what goes in and out. So just take in the positive. Don't make yourself susceptible to a negative situation or a negative thought. Manifest positivity in your head. Tell yourself beautiful things, and eventually, it seems weird at first, I know, because once I understood the power of your mind, you can control your mind. There's nothing else in the world that changes your mind. If you want to be happy, you tell your mind to be happy, and you will. So make yourself exposed to positive situations, and make yourself exposed to tell yourself what a beautiful person you are, how beautiful this world is, and how beautiful every situation can be. The third one is know the difference between right and wrong. And I kind of perceive this as little decisions, little decisions really matter. The right ones and the wrong ones, let's say you miss work one day, and it's just one day, you could take a day off, but maybe, you never know. What if you went into work that day and your boss was in a really good mood, and he was like, you know what, I want to give you a promotion today, or a little bonus. You never know what could happen if you continue to make the right decisions. There's always good that could come out of it. Maybe there's not, but it's hard to see now, but. All right, the second one, no, this is not the second one, it's the fifth or fourth. I lost count. But it's make sure to surround yourself with the people you love. I want to share a story. The biggest thing I've gone through in my life so far is me and my family recently moved here from California about 3 or 4 years ago. And it was a really big move because I grew up in the same small town my entire life. I never knew anything but that little mountain. And when we moved here to Minnesota, I felt really alone, and I was totally forgetting that I had this beautiful family that would take me in with open arms no matter what I did or what happened to me, no matter what. And I lost that, and now I've come to know that I definitely have something really great in family. And maybe for you, maybe it's friends, or maybe it's your dog, or maybe it is your family. But whatever it may be, those people can make the biggest difference in every experience you go through. And soon we're moving to New York, and I know this time that I don't need to feel alone, and I don't need to feel like I don't have anybody, because I know that I have that family, and now I know that they can move mountains in my life and in my heart. The next one is I will not judge myself or put myself down. Up until recently, I feel like I always wanted to down on myself because I'm so short, and I'm half the size of everyone in my grade. But now I know like make a joke out of things that you feel insecure about, because there's nothing wrong with being you, because there is nobody else that is you, and so nobody can tell you that that's wrong. You should never judge yourself over who you are or what you think, because that is you, and there's nobody that's more you than you. And I know in high school people always try to be different. It used to be like everybody wants to be the same, but really everybody wants to stand out, and so they try to be different. But there's nothing you can do that will make you more different than just being yourself, because nobody else is that. The next one is I will make friends with spirit. Joining Y.O.U. has been such a journey, and I know I've just done it recently, but I've gone on trips and rallies already, and I look back and I look at my life now, and there's such an increase of happiness. Like, I'm so much more at peace with my mind. And I mean, I'm not perfectly happy. I have my moments, everybody does, but generally, I'm such a more well-rounded person, and I'm so much more happier than I know I used to be. Y.O.U. and making friends with spirit and opening my heart to spirituality has completely changed my life. And like, when we go to rallies and everybody's all spiritual and so happy and open and non-judgmental to everyone, I go back to school and I'm like, how can everybody not be like that? And like, I wish so badly that everybody could have this experience. And I know not everybody can, but I'm really glad of for what Unity has done to me. I'm really gracious of that. The next one is make a contribution. Do you ever like spill something on your pants and you take a step back and you're like, this is my life, like this, and I do too. And sometimes it's nice to just take a step back when you look at the good things too, and just think, this is my life, and it's really good. Everybody has a lot of good blessings, and the best way I feel like to feel blessed is to share that wonderful person you've become with other people. I volunteered for over a year at the hospital in the birthplace with the moms, and I bring them water and stuff, and it feels really good because you know how, I don't know, but you guys probably, some of you know how much stress a mother goes through when she's going through labor, and getting her water or sneaking her some more saltine crackers when I'm not supposed to, it's like, it's fulfilling because I know I relieved someone of that stress, and their bodies are so sensitive at that time, and other things too, not just helping moms, but I also pack food for kids that are hungry, and it feels good because I mean, what we pack for them is what they eat over the weekend, and I probably eat like twice that much in like a day, and that's all they get, and it's really fulfilling to know that somebody else relies on you, because you never realize how big of a person you are until somebody needs you, and it's good to share that. The next one is I will avoid violence in all disguises. And I really paid attention to the all disguises part because, I mean, we know not to hit or kick people, that's common sense. But, I mean, verbal violence, I mean, what you say really goes home with somebody, you know? And, like, at school, I always wonder who is walking through the hallways right now that I said something that might have hurt them and they just broke up with their boyfriend and have 10 projects to do and worksheets and are fighting with their parents all on top of it. And you never know what somebody's going through. People wear masks, and what you say can really affect someone to the greatest. And it's good to step back and be really cautious of how you treat people. And even your gestures. If you make a face at someone, you know, or like someone smiles at you and you're like, I'm having a bad day, don't smile back or whatever. So your gestures are just as important. People are really susceptible and like take that in really sensitively. And the next one is I will cherish nature. Oh my gosh, Y.O.U. has made me cherish nature so much. We went on a trip to Tom's cabin. It wasn't a cabin, he was like building a house. So it was this unfinished house, it was really fun. So of course there was mud everywhere, and we did this meditation. It was probably one of my first meditations I ever did. And we sat in this little forest. It was like this little room of forest. And we looked at the trees and we looked at each leaf. Each leaf has so many different lines, and people are so different. Oh yeah, that's where we went. I must have been really interested. And each leaf has like a different lines and takes in something different. There's so many different trees and bugs crawling around, and usually before Y.O.U. I'd be like, ew, you know, all squirmish with the bugs all around. But it was so beautiful, and it's like you think about how could life be without nature, you know? And if you just like next time you log onto Facebook, you know, go take a bike ride instead, or walk your dog or something. Indulge yourself in that nature because it's cleansing for most people, and it's awakening. And the last one is, I will always continue to grow. I didn't know how to address this because, as you can see, I clearly stopped growing in like the 5th grade. So, but no, I mean, emotionally and spiritually and mentally, allow yourself to grow. Leave your heart open to new experiences and people and ideas. Tom was talking about what makes him happy, sharing ideas and questions with other people. People's minds are so different than yours. It's so cool to see what they have in their mind. It's really interesting. And keep your heart open to that. It can make you grow as a person. Every moment holds an opportunity for you to grow and for you to be happier.